So first off, with Tesla's record delivery, what's your take on the numbers?
I mean, I was thinking maybe it'd be in the mid 230s. So yeah, 241 was the high end. I think there's going to be a lot of subsequent record quarters going forward. It's going to be great if you're long Tesla. If you're hoping the stock's going to go up short term with options or just trying to play it short term or being impatient. I think you have to watch out on your expectations of the stock movement. I mean, just because we have like these record quarters, 20% sequentially from one quarter to the next, I'm really impressed with. I don't think they can do 20% sequentially every quarter. Maybe they'll do 10%, maybe one quarter they'll do 20%, another quarter 10% or 5%. But it doesn't mean the stock's going to go up 20% in line with that. We've talked about the disconnection between stock price movement and the underlying business. They're already priced as the most valuable company that makes vehicles in the world by far. It's hard to say if the stock's really going to take a leg up to like $1 trillion plus market cap. It's possible we're in this kind of big range of, $500 or $400 to $1,000 or whatever for a while. Hopefully the full self-driving comes to fruition much faster. I think that's the huge leg up to get it to a multi-trillion-dollar company.
What's your overall position like in terms of Tesla across all of your accounts?
Yeah, we sold 1,000 strike puts back at the end of the first quarter. We started transitioning our stock to the stock we had in the fund into those going short 1,000 strike puts of June 2023. I feel by then for sure, the stock's going to be above $1,000 a share. In my personal account, I still hold a bunch of Tesla shares. I don't really trade that actively in my personal account that's taxable because I don't want to create more crazy tax consequences than I have to. In my personal account, I do some speculative stuff that's not really well researched or well thought out, just like my hunches or whatever, maybe in my IRA. And I did sell like 20% of my Tesla shares a month or two ago just to help fund some private investments I was doing. I actually bought some like really long-term NVIDIA call options, and I bought some Ethereum in my IRA. No, that was actually my personal account on margin. I bought the Ethereum. You can't do that in your IRA. And then in my IRA, just a couple speculative things that haven't really panned out. And I bought some long-term Tesla call options to kind of cancel out the Tesla shares I sold.
In terms of the market overall, I'm wondering, do you have any macro concerns?
The macro markets are so complicated. There's so much uncertainty always in the macro market. There's always going to be headlines about inflation. One thing I do think is sometime in August next year, they might start doing something or changing their, not increasing rates, but like stop buying bonds or something. But I think they're going to continue to delay. There's a huge segment of the population that's just not going back to work. And I think it'll continue to delay the Fed from tightening, and it'll keep rates low. I'm not talking with high conviction on that. That's sort of what I think is most likely of the possibility.
What's your take on the whole $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill?
One way or another, there will be some infrastructure bill passed. It may not be that 3.5 trillion. It might be something much smaller. It sounds like maybe the major tax increases are not as likely as they were a month or a few months ago. One kind of nuance about Tesla, I think Tesla will be wildly successful no matter what, because they don't ever need to raise capital again. Elon, I would think he almost doesn't care about the stock price because he knows long term from A to Z where it's going.
I'm like 99% sure Tesla's moved their headquarters.
They're having their annual meeting there now.
Does this change anything?
I don't think it's like a big deal, but I think it's a good thing overall. I don't think it's a red flag in any way. I feel like Texas is like a perfect place for a new EV manufacturer and all that.
Rivian and Lucid, they seem to have made a decent product.
Yeah, at the right valuation, I think they're a good company. I guarantee when it opens for trading, it's going to open at higher than the 80 billion valuation. But at some point, it's going to come crashing down, I think.
One last thing is Xpeng.
Yeah, Xpeng has a lower valuation than Lucid. Did you know that?
I was actually impressed.
But my feeling around Xpeng is them and NIO are both kind of legitimate competitors to Tesla in China. I don't know the political landscape very well at all. Xpeng to succeed outside of China, I don't know what that would take. But inside China, they seem to be doing really well.